Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, as you can see, we're going to be building a bridge that you see behind me, and we're also be getting further into better with mods, so I hope you guys are ready. Let's dive right on into today's episode, and we are going to be working on a few things. I have a build that I really want to do today. I have sort of an idea. If I go out this direction, you notice there is a body of water out here, and I think I plan on, kind of expanding our base a little bit, kind of heading in this direction, making our travels a little bit faster in getting over here. And I think we could probably set up a lily pad transfer system to allow us to go this way a little bit faster. I don't know the exact reach of those things, but I know we could probably push ourselves to get over here a little bit quicker. But I want to build sort of a bridge of sorts in this direction. We may even go over here and build it. Yeah, this looks like a little bit better of a place to build a bridge. But we're going to build a bridge over this body of water. And I mean, we can already get started over here. I don't have a problem with it. Let's get started. Ooh, ginseng root. I will take that. Nice. While we're over here, might as well grab some ginseng root. Perfect. You can never have enough ginseng, right? All right, so let's go ahead and start placing a little bit of a platform down. So I guess right here we can start building up. I want to have it 3 wide. So we can do that. We can build it 3 wide, and then we can start work on the actual bridge itself. Now the bridge doesn't need to be too big, but I will make it, kind of go up here in just a second. So we have it 2 wide now. We're going to make it 1 more. That's going to make it 3, and then we are going to place another log on the bottom here. Got to get it just right. There we go. So yeah, we're building right off the bat. Why not? Why not? Why not do this? And yeah, we're going to decorate this thing and make it look nice. That is at least the plan for today. And what we can do here is step it up even more and go 1 higher. I mean, we don't really have that much more room to go. We are going to build this up off the land a little bit. We set this up 3. We may honestly need to have a layer there. I think that'll be fine. We can get rid of this. Yeah, we have a lot to go over. I did update the pack, so the pack is now running on a newer version. A lot of mods updated, and then I added a few requests that you guys had. And plus, we're going to also show the coordinates today. We're going to get to that. I did have quite a few people asking for coordinates, so I will go ahead and make sure to get that for you guys. I should have done that a while ago, but I've been really focused on a lot of other things. So getting the coordinates really wasn't like a priority. But I know a lot of you guys want to know exactly where this build's at, so you guys can replicate or build stuff yourself, which I completely understand. Completely. All right, so, and now you're going to have even more stuff to build because, yeah, we're working on more build stuff. So I think this actually, we probably want to extend that like I did earlier. Extend this out 1 more. But we'll extend it right here. And I think I even went out 1 more this way, yeah. And of course, we'll extend this out. We got some issues there. We'll go ahead and fix those. And for the most part, I think this is just about done. We have, other than the main decoration pieces that we're going to have, this bridge is almost ready to go. Now, we are going to have a few different types of wood, or not types of wood, but types of material. It's going to go into this a little bit. Let's just go ahead and add that there. Look at that. It just extends right to the ground. I don't know if I like that too much, but I mean, what else can we do? We don't really have too many other options right now. But one feature that you guys are going to like, iron axes and above, you can now vein mine. You guys, that was a highly requested feature for me to turn that on. So I did turn it on. I did enable it for you guys in the pack. I know those who are knowledgeable of how the mod works probably did it already for yourself. But I went ahead and made it now. It's an actual part of the pack and a feature, but you can't do it with any other tools below iron. So iron is going to be where it's at. Now, also, some other stuff was added. Sparks hammers. I know you guys were asking for some hammers. Well, hammers are now a thing. And you guys can definitely use hammers now. They're a part of the pack and is a feature. So, I hope you guys enjoy that. We're going to be getting into that soon. But right now, as you can see, we're building a bridge. So getting over into that direction where the bridge is at, I want to try these cataplants. And I know this one takes you this direction, but what does it do if I take it the other direction? Now, you can only pick up these type of plants as long as you have shears. So that's the only way that'll work. So let's place this down. That's going to shoot us here. Place that here. Ooh, that one doesn't take us very far. What's up with that? Is it the grass? We just hit that pig going full speed. Alright, let's move the pig out of the way. We'll set that there. Alright, I think the grass being near it definitely stops them. Wow, this one just doesn't want to shoot us very far. What are you doing, Mr. Zombie? Ow, man, them darting at you. It really hurts. Let's try. Oh, I broke it. Oh man. Try placing it there. Okay, so it places us here, which is okay. We can always break some of this. I'll take some of that grass. We can always use that later on. And we'll set our catapult here. Man, grass really does slow you down. So there we go. We'll just clear this out a little bit. Alright, I think that gets us, gets us pretty close. We are going to have to test this out, you guys, That's got to be a thing. We got to test out our catapult teleporter, or transporter, and see how this goes. So if I decide just to walk into this catapult. I mean, it kind of just boosts you along, I guess. Ooh, that was a nice one. I guess it's random. Might be random. I didn't know that. Anyways, let's find some oak trees. I think we might have some oak ones over here, maybe. Actually, we don't have to go with oak. We can go with these. Oh yeah, perfect. Oak leaves. Let's go ahead and grab some oak leaves. This is what I was wanting, which just so happened to be right here. We're going to take some of these leaves, collect them, because we're going to use them here in just a second. And, yeah, we're going to just decorate this bridge a little bit, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. So we have a way of getting back and forth over this water, so we don't have to tread it. That's something that I always end up doing in like Let's Plays, is just tread water. When I don't really have to tread water. So let's try our best at kind of decorating this. See what I can do. See what I can do. Probably gonna add some leaves here. Add some bushes. Like that. That looks really good. And we can add vines later. And then we'll grab our trowel. And I hope that it doesn't place down random blocks from our main inventory. I hope it's just from this inventory. This will give it that kind of broken down look, which is really what I want to go with. Which I think works out really well with the design that we've sort of went with. And, should place something down there. Place stuff here. Let's see, what can we get there? I don't like that. But other than that, I think it looks kind of nice. We could probably step up here. And we can kind of add some stuff up top. and sort of make it look broken. Like it used to have like like it used to have pieces up top here. Just like that. I think that looks really good. I think it looks decent. Half decent anyways. Oh man. We probably add some leaves up top. We'll add some here. Gonna make it look all grown up. Awesome. So even from a distance, it doesn't look that bad. Now, there is something I can add that'll make this thing look a little bit better. We can add some of these like plank moldings here. And this is just going to add some depth to a little bit of the things like this. So as you can see, it'll make things not look so symmetrical. Like a lot of things end up looking like in Minecraft. This kind of sticks out and adds that odd shape that you're like, huh, that's odd that that's there. As you can see, you can just sort of place this thing down anywhere, really. Like that. And just keep going on with your thing. I mean, like add it right there. You can add one facing this direction. It doesn't really matter. Just as long as you get some depth going on. Like that. Like maybe this used to be a stairwell, or a stairway. In case you fall down. Except for whenever you place it, you place it looking like an actual stair, not actually mess up. Like that. Look at that. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Right? Just kind of adding bits and bobs everywhere. Like maybe not here, maybe down one. On that block. Look like it's sort of grown in. I think that looks really good, actually. And there we go. That's a bridge, guys. That's a grown bridge. Like, it looks... That didn't take very long at all. And we still haven't even added vines or anything like that to this, to kind of make it messier looking. But, to me, that's a workable bridge. We'll get this all looking good eventually. But it's kind of nice to have sort of a nice bridge like this off in the distance. So whenever we travel, we actually have some good scenery. So, let's go back and we'll start with some more Better with Mod stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the early game build thing. And we'll go ahead and we'll jump right on in to some more Better with Mods progression and see how that goes. See how that goes. There's a lot of stuff that we can do with Better with Mods. Plus, in this update, like I said, I did add hammers. So getting cobblestone is not going to be too hard anymore. Not only that, but I did go ahead and do what I said last episode where I was going to make another cauldron. So I made that cauldron, got another hibachi going, and now, oh yeah, this whole thing really gets a cooking, and we have 2 of them now. But also, before I go too deep, let's go ahead and actually do something with this water wheel. Now, this water wheel, don't get me wrong, it's a really nice tool, but it's also a really good decoration. I'm not joking, this thing is one of my favorite decorations, and we're going to slap that thing right on the side of our bridge here. And this is the main reason I wanted to kind of build a bridge, is because I think the water wheel, you know, we have all these other methods. Water wheels is the best power source for generating your kinetic power. But honestly, the water wheel looks really good on bridges and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you want to throw this down, I think what I can do is remove this, and this should fit right here. And and then I can just place it down right there. Look at that. Now it doesn't move. It's not going to move or anything, but it is a really great decoration. Now if you had flowing water underneath it, it would totally move. Totally move. But as a decoration, I think it stands alone itself. I mean, that looks really good as you walk by and adds even more depth. to this little tiny build, guys. Just wait till we start decorating our actual house. Things are gonna get kind of crazy. All right, so one of those things that everybody's been asking is for coordinates. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and grab, I mean, it's super simple to make, and then we'll also make the map that we've been, you know, needing to make for a while. Let's go ahead and make our compass. And once we get the compass, bam, we're good to go. So, in here, we have mapping and info. Here's our compass, and we can select what we want, cactus, sugarcane, or vines. I'm gonna go with vines. And then we also have this. We end up getting to get both of those, which is a book bag. I'll take the book bag. What do we get in the book bag? That is a question. Flim flam. Oh man, we don't want that. But let's go ahead and look at our compass. So we are in a woodlands biome, and our coordinates is -875, or at least where I'm currently standing, 234. But if you want to find exactly where the structure starts, I do believe it was like right here. There was actually a tree. So I'll be sure to take these coordinates that you see right here on the screen, and these coordinates are going to be posted in the description from this point on, and I think I'm going to go back and put it in every single other video. So that way you guys can know where the coordinates is at, and if you guys want to follow along, you guys should be able to find this. Now, I don't know if the structures are random, but I did test this like 2 or 3 times on a map, and the structure was actually here every single time. So as long as you use the seed, that's the case. But as you can see, there you go. All right, so what we can do with this compass, because, I mean, now that we know our coordinates, things are all hunky-dory, but I want to actually convert this into a map. So what we can do is take a book and add that to our compass. And guys, we can get ourselves our atlas. There's our empty atlas. So, if you guys were wondering why you don't have a map mod, well, that's because the map is here. This is your actual map mod. And once you click it, it's going to load in the map for the first time. Now, you also get a quest that completes for this, and you also get the old-fashioned map. Let's go ahead and complete that. The old-fashioned map is pretty much the same way. You right-click, and there it is. And the same with this one, you can put it in your offhand, and you kind of have it there, you know, in your offhand. Whoa, we really jumped on that one. But yeah, it's always in your offhand on this one. Well, it's the same with the atlas. If you have this in your offhand, your map always stays up in the top right-hand corner there. And if you don't want it, you can always take it out. It's really convenient that way. Also, you can put it in your inventory whenever you want to access it and just use it that way as well. The cool thing about having it in your inventory, though, is you can right-click on it, open it up, and if you want to export this to images, you can do that. It'll actually export this nice little image here. And then what you can also do is add markers. So I'm going to do that here in just a second. We're gonna come right here, and this is my house. So I know this is my house. So let's go ahead and open the marker. We'll add a marker because this is my house, and we'll scroll over to the house icon or bed icon. I'm gonna go with the house icon and say home, label it, done. Now we have that icon, and whenever we travel with this, it will expand our map, and then we can of course always go back and forth, and you can hit this to follow your player to pinpoint where you're at. You can hide markers, delete markers, and like I said, there's a lot of different icons and stuff like that for this map. And the really nice thing is if you don't have it in your hand or have it in your offhand, it just goes away. So you only have to have it when you need it, which is really nice. I really like not having a map up in the top right-hand corner all the time. It kind of gets in the way, I think, and kind of distracts from a lot of what the game has to offer. So that's the reason I went with this map. And this map is really, really nice looking. It's really RPG-ish. It reminds me a lot of Zelda, which I really like. So, very cool map. So, onward to some more progression. I know you guys are wanting progression and stuff. So let's go ahead and dive into that. So, last time we made a bunch of clay stuff and we needed to get it going in the kiln. So let's go ahead and grab our unfired crucible, because it's a very important part of our experience. So let's go to the mods section. And here is where we completed all of our stuff last time. We completed most of it. Or actually, let's go back. We completed this section, right? It's showing incomplete, but I'm pretty sure we completed it. Don't know why it's showing Potter complete. Anyways, we need to go back through this. I think most of this was completed. The only thing we did not fully make was the urn and the crucible. Everything else was done. So let's go ahead and grab that. So, the unfired crucible. I think what happened is I do my my updates and stuff on this version that I'm playing on, and I also test sometimes in my single player world, which I probably shouldn't do, but I do. But anyways, let's go ahead and turn this unfired crucible into a crucible. So if I place it in here, it doesn't work. I got to turn this into a stoked and let that do its thing. Let that rip, and we're gonna get ourselves something that we can actually replace our cauldron with. One of the cauldrons. So we'll have a cauldron on one side. We'll have what we're about to make, the crucible here. On the other. And I think it'll look phenomenal. I think it's going to look really good, be very functional as well. So there we go. We have our crucible now. So, and then we also need to make an urn. This urn is going to be something we do later on, but let's go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to try and capture you. There we go. Awesome. And then we can place this here. And now this functions similarly to the cauldron, except for this is its own crafting station, and as you can see, it does take a little bit of time to get. That's kind of why it's different than the cauldron. This one can now be stoked, and this crucible has a few different crafting recipes that can go with it. So let's go ahead and throw this in here, and now this is how we actually make diamond. So in the beginning, diamond ingots. This is how we need to do it. I think we're gonna have to get some creepers. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to do some creeper oyster hunting. That's fine, we can do that later on, but from this point, this is how you actually turn this into diamond nuggets. So, as you can see, diamond, iron, inside of a stoked crucible will get you the diamond ingots. It's how you're going to do it. This is how diamond is done. It takes a little bit of time to get there, but honestly, we're going to get this done. And it's going to work. So, I'm going to go ahead and claim this. And then we're going to try one more thing, because we have only one more thing to kind of get done. And that's turn this into not an unfired urn, but a fired urn. And we're going to flip that lever again. We're going to throw that there, and it's going to do the same thing as all the other stuff. And we're going to need to make a few of these unfired urns, because this is actually going to be one of those things that's going to be a necessity for us moving forward. So let's go ahead and get that going. There we go. And we now have our first urn, guys. Our urn. We have an urn. And I'm jumping for joy because the urn can be turned into soul urns, even at this point. And the soul urns have quite a few recipes, such as making a piston. So we will now be able to make pistons. We'll be able to make all of these different things that you see here. I also turned back on the Japanese culture mod. Or the Japanese culture from Better with add-ons. I originally had it turned off just because it was just not completed yet, really. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't done, so that's why I kind of turned that off. But, as you can see, we're going to need soul flux and charcoal, but soul flux you can't get till we go to the end. And we have a few things we need to do before we go to the end. We have a lot of stuff that's not even Better with mods related to get done. We've pretty much progressed about as far as we can go with Better with mods before we need to go into other dimensions such as the end. And you can see that mainly here. The New Age steel, it actually requires you to go into the end dimension. So that's where we're at now. We're at this point. We're at the point of making Soul Forged steel, and we're just not there yet. We have a lot of other stuff to get done. The soul urn we can actually use though. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to make a soul urn. We are going to need some of the dust. Do I have redstone dust laying around? I do. Ground netherrack. That's what I was looking for. So, with the way this works, right here on your filtered hopper, place this guy underneath it. That's what this whole slot's actually for. The sides are for the gear, or for the axle. This is for the urn on the bottom. Now, the urn is probably going to pop off when it's done and go inside the hopper, which is perfectly fine. But what you need to do is put 8 as listed. You kind of see it here. On this recipe, it's saying 8 goes in here. You're also going to get an output of Hellfire, and you're also going to get a soul urn as an output. So you're going to need to do that. And we're going to go ahead and throw 8 of them in here. And the soul urn popped off. And there's our soul urn, guys. And there we go. That's how easy it is to make a soul urn. And like I said, there's plenty of recipes for the soul urn here. You can also make a void urn. The void urn, I'm pretty sure, goes underneath this. If I remember correctly, it has some feature. I just can't exactly remember what it does. I don't want to comment on exactly what it does. without fully knowing. So let's go ahead and take the coal. I'm sure you can look it up inside the Better with Mods guidebook. There's quite a lot of information there for you. I also wanted to mention we can actually make a redstone. I did go ahead and add a way to make redstone using concentrated hellfire and gold nuggets. And I think this is going to be a great addition. I don't know if we can throw this in here. Will this work with a stoked fire? I think it will. I hope it doesn't blow up or anything. That is a very good possibility that it could blow up. This, I think, probably works with stoked or unstoked. But we can also make nether coal. That's why I'm grinding down some coal, is so we can have some coal dust and actually be able to make some normal torches. Oh no! Oh wow, it makes hellfire dust. It didn't explode. I think if you do this and you don't have a protected area, it will explode. Whew, I'm glad that we have FTB utilities and things are protected. But I'm pretty sure that would have exploded this whole thing. That's good to know. So don't stoke it. Don't stoke it, because that could be bad. Fair warning to those. Don't do what I just did. Don't do it. That was a bad idea. I knew that might happen. I wanted to test it. Anyways, we have all these loot bags now that we've completed everything. By the way, I also forgot to mention what these Vosses do. So if you place them down, they actually have an inventory that will hold stuff. So say we want to put our precious gold in there. You can right-click your items into it. Like that. And they're kind of like reward things. If you break it, you get your gold back. That's pretty much all they do. They kind of hold your stuff, and I mean, if you wanted to break them, you can just do that. I think you can shoot them with weapons as well. And I think that will work also. So, we got a lot of cool stuff. We got 8 food bags for getting this far and better with mods. This is kind of a reward. And then we got a couple book bags. What do we get? Frostwalker. Oh, we got Cook for 15. I don't know what these do, so I still have to learn what this Dungeon Tactics stuff is actually used for. But we did get Frostwalker, which is kind of cool. And what else do we get here? Alright, so we got a bunch of ore, which is great. Let's go here, throw all this stuff in our food chest. We got a bunch of potion bags, and I'm kind of curious. Fire resistance, invisibility, strength, night vision, insta health, water breathing for 30. That's nice. So yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff. I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed and happy with what we got out of that bag. Okay, and we also have another slot there. I'm going to use that. So that was all our bags, and we got quite a bit of good loot, I would say. Especially this right here. I think if you cook this, I don't know if you can cook it. Can you? Oh, you can upgrade it. So if you add iron to it, you get the iron raton? Raton? Interesting. I don't know. I still don't think this stuff is good to eat. I'm pretty sure it hurts you. It looks good, but really it's not. It's devilish. It's some nasty stuff. Alright, so glowstone, everything's all out of the way. Like I said, you can actually make this, and you do that with the concentrated hellfire and a gold nugget, and you can get 7 redstone that way. Now, the concentrated hellfire itself also, I mean, it requires netherrack, so you're pretty much converting netherrack into redstone, which, I mean, is a long process in itself, and I think it's well worth that recipe. So, we have a lot that we've done so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at just one more thing, and then I think it's going to be the end of today's episode, guys. We did quite a bit. The building thing at the beginning, I think, was the funnest thing I've done in a while. So that's stuff I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy doing some build work, and I've really haven't done a lot. So this pack has provided me with that chance to actually build things and do it with you guys. Because normally I do like clips and stuff, and I kind of you know, have a replay that kind of goes on. But man, it's really cool to be able to actually do it live with you guys, so you guys can kind of see what my mind does when I build, because it kind of goes crazy. All right, so right as we hit the near end of our episode here, I think one thing I could possibly do is take this coal that we have over here, that we've been processing, this coal dust. Also take some of this nether dust, or ground netherrack, and we're going to take we're going to take one piece, just one. There we go. It made such a wimpy sound. But we're going to use this with the dust to make ourselves that netherrack that I was, or that nether coal that I was talking about earlier. And as you can see here, things are going to be a lot better. So let's go ahead and make this. It shouldn't take very long at all. There we go. And I don't think it has to be stoked or anything. Just a normal flame. It's going to take a little bit of time to cook up, which will be perfectly fine. As we're waiting for it to cook up, let's go ahead and get a few other things. We're going to be making the furnace. Finally, we're at the point where we can actually speed up our furnace. And we're going to do that right now. So let's go ahead and make a block of iron. And we have our 2 iron. Now we need our brick. Shouldn't be, I think we have some brick possibly left over. Yeah, we have 3 bricks. Exactly the amount that we need. And then we also need, well, we're going to sacrifice a furnace. We're going to sacrifice a furnace. We don't really need you, furnace. It's all good. I'm actually going to take the dust and keep it on me. How far are we here? Oh yeah, it's done. Nether coal, ready to go. Furnace bound. Oh yeah. We're fixing to make you. Here it is. And furnace is done. And that means we can actually place this thing down and use it as intended. So, I'll go ahead and place you here. I'll keep a furnace still there. But this guy is a lot better. I mean, a lot better. You can actually place coal in here. And what you're going to do is you can just use it to smelt down whatever you want. I mean, what's good at smelting here? We could do some iron. We'll throw some iron in here. We got some iron dust already there. Throw that in here. It's going to be a little bit faster off the start here. A little bit faster than the regular furnace. So just keep that in mind. Plus, it has room for upgrades. Which, getting to that, let's go ahead and claim our book bag. Upgrades are actually a thing. So we can make speed upgrades, efficiency upgrades, IO upgrades allows us to automatically move things back and forth between blocks. We have slot upgrades that allows us to have like double smelting if we want, 2 smelters, and we can also upgrade this to have 2 different things that grind things together. There's a slot upgrade, that's what we just talked about. XP upgrade gives you more experience. Eco upgrades, as you can see, saves heat and progress. So if you it doesn't constantly burn out, so as soon as this is done, it'll keep its time left over. Pretty useful. But just this in itself is fairly useful. So I mean, it's a great thing. So as you can see, this even tells you a timer. Everything is really nice. Oh man, just another good mod. Good mod. That's all I got to say, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.